Howdy Game Marinos, as you know, I have completed chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune. I thought they were really damn good. Especially chapter 3. Mainly you saw my reaction. Des! If you don't tell who you are, then... Des! Des! What the fuck are you doing to my mom? Like hell you take her. I don't know what the hell you want. It's playing Diamond Night! It's cold! And speaking of death, is death the Well, for me, I believe that Carol Holiday, the mayor slash the Wells mom, is the knight. And I'm sorry, Death, truthers, Death Knight truthers. I think you're wrong. Yeah, to a degree. Listen, I can see your point. This is more interesting. This video is more discussing why I personally think Carol Holiday is the knight, but I'm also, discussing the potential for Destiny. So let's begin. Well, for starters, the knight, as you know, showed up in chapter 3, and you see my reaction. Yeah, I was hyped as fuck, but besides that, is Tess really knight? Well, let's look at the knight's design. It's very slim, and it has 2 antlers, at least what looks like to be antlers. How very, very interesting. That could be anybody. That could be Rudy Holiday. No, that would be... First of all, if Rudy was revealed to be the knight, that'd be come out of fucking nowhere. Can't be Noelle because she has money to be an angel. But anyways, go back to Death Knight. Well, it would make sense, as you know. We don't know where the fuck Death is. Well, maybe the bunker. But she definitely went missing. And this could be where she's been all this time. She has been either forcibly transferred into the night by Gaster or some bullshit like that. Or just that she just decided to be evil, which is one big problem. Why? Why is Death the Knight? Why is Death opening Dark Worlds? Why is Death doing this? Why the fuck were you trying to capture my mother, bro? Like, come on, Death. What do you have against Torio? And why is sacrificing the police? Yeah, but police, I mean, listen, there's also other evidence with, the weapon the knight holds seemingly to be shaped, or at least holding it a lot like a baseball bat. Not to mention, she does turn into a ball, or you could interpret it as a baseball. Y'all know Des likes bats for some reason, I guess baseball. So, it could be that. This would make sense where Des has been all this time, secretly servicing Dark Worlds. But my biggest problem is why? Why is she doing this? Why? Just why? It could be Gaster, or just could it be just, oh, I don't know, if Des decided to be, I'm gonna be evil for a second, but just why? So yeah, I guess that's my best attempt of saying why Des, at least for me, is not the knight. Sorry, Death Knight Troopers and a number of Deltarune fan, but I think you're shipping the knight with someone else, you know what I mean? Let's move on to Carol Holiday. Why I think she is the fucking knight. First of all, Carol has to be the knight. Plus, it makes sense why she is the knight. Mainly because she's probably the knight to look for Des or find clues how to free Des. Or maybe she does know where Des is. She needs to do that quote-unquote sacrifice to the police in order to, well, bring back Des. Plus, it wouldn't make sense because, as you know, if you, spy around or snoop around, the Holiday Mansion or Manor, you can see she has a fucking katana. Like I said, the knight was holding it like a bat. Kind of looks like a bat, but, also could be a katana, you know what a Dark World version of a katana would look like. Yeah, not yeah, which is a big fact evidence, and not to mention, we find out that Chris, well, first of all, is not the knight, but instead working with the knight. We see Chris talking with the knight, and not to mention, literally when Susie gets the guitar after Chris for some reason beats me up. Like, listen, Chris, I felt bad for you, bro, but goddamn it, why does a non-binary teenager try to beat my fucking ass with a fucking hockey stick? Not to mention, bro literally fucking sniped me with the hockey puck. Man, Chris, I feel bad for you, bro. Bad envy. Bad. That's why I'm gonna do Snowgrave on your bitch ass. Anyways, besides that, after Susie gets the guitar, the knight, he simply says, "No, Susie can't have that guitar. I will go and get it back." And guess who shows up? Carol Hallway. She literally shows up like 5 minutes later. Yeah, 2 minutes later. Whatever. A minute later, and literally shows up, takes the guitar back with the code, and then after she just says, "Susie, fuck you. Noelle, go to the kitchen and fucking abuse you. I mean, scream at you." And then they go to Chris, like, "Chris, that bitch isn't never allowed here, but you, Chrissy, you're always welcome here." Why is Chris always welcome here? Is it because you have good relations with them and their family? Or perhaps you're working with Chris because you are the knight. Now, counterpoint, just want to be fair, you could say, whoa, it could be a giant winking dink, a giant red herring that, well, maybe just, Carol coincidentally had the giant katana, and Carol coincidentally came home early, and plus it just makes sense that she would get mad at Susie for playing her missing daughter's fucking guitar. That does make sense, but come on, she has to be the knight. And not to mention, in the Snowgrave route in chapter 4, I had the 4, Des, not the, sorry, not Des, but Carol, in her own voice, calls Chris and says, hey, Chrissy, my daughter really wants to go to the festival with you, so go do that. Question, what other character has been calling Chris this entire time the knight? And as you see here, Carol is clearly calling Chris, just like how the knight calls Chris. But well, why isn't she in this the night voice form? Clearly she's still in the light world. Must still be in the light world and not in the bunker or whatever fucking dark world she fucking made or some shit. Oh, and also, sorry people like Fiznob, but that was clearly cooked. Like, no offense, listen, I love Fiznob, but like, come on, bro. Chris did not make the first 2 chapters Dark Road. That was clearly the night, December holiday. After all, Chris made the 3rd one, Susie made a Dark Road, the 4th one. The night made the other 2, the one outside the church, inside the church, and then it properly inside the church. Sorry, I just got that out of the way. But yeah, just from that, and also Rudy, what seems to be for him having a shadow crystal. Why would he have a shadow crystal? I'm not saying Rudy. Did I say Rudy? Sorry, Asgard. I'm not saying Asgard's in cahoots. He probably knows very little what's going on. Honestly, it's more likely that Mirror Holiday's like, hey, this is how I know a way can clear your name. Is clearly she's manipulating him. And where we might be able to see our old daddy-o Asgard in Flower King, if you know what I mean. By getting off track, I think I relayed enough evidence on why I think Carol is the knight. Because again, the giant sword, her coincidentally going home early or, saying, hey, I'll be right there, and guess who shows up? Yep, that bitch. And not to mention calling Chris. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. She's the knight, and clearly, well, not clearly, but maybe the reason why she is the knight is mainly so that she could find her daughter, which has to be in the desk. Maybe this is why she's opening the dark roads and shit, and sacrificing the police to find her missing daughter or something else. I don't really know. I just wanted to make this video because I've been delaying this video so much. I was actually meant to fucking make this video like a long while ago, but I just keep putting it off. But now I made it, and yeah, it's kind of surface level stuff. But hey, I just had to get it out there. Carol Holiday has to be the knight. She is. I know it. Or it could be Lily Jessica Das and the Desiree Shipper, #1 Desiree Shipper as one. Oh well. That's really all, folks.